So how are you all doing today? Are you having a good day or a bad day? Hopefully not a bad day, it's still pretty early. But how are your friends doing? Or your relatives or significant other? Where are they? What are they doing or how are they feeling at this moment? There's an important issue that often goes overlooked in today's society, and I'd like to talk about it. That important issue is the age-old feeling of loneliness. As unthreatening as it sounds, loneliness can be much more detrimental to our health than we believe. Thus, I'd like to propose a simple activity that can combat this menacing feeling. That activity is simply sharing a smile. Smiles have been shown to improve moods, to help you feel connected, to help you feel cared for as well. Happy emotions are very contagious. They're like a single drop of rain that hits a pond and spreads a ripple throughout the waves. In this way, we as individuals can help spread joy and make the world a better place. Loneliness has been a common problem in society for quite some time. It's a normal emotion that everyone shares. It's part of who we are as humans. So why is it an issue? Well, a study published in the Journal of College Student Personnel established a connection between loneliness and negative traits such as hopelessness, alienation, and even depression. Furthermore, signs point to loneliness being one of the main reasons for suicide. An article posted in the Association for Psychological Science pointed out that most people who commit suicide are either divorced, or they're widowed, or they're between the ages of 15 and 24, where our hormones are most active and raging, and relationships are constantly being made and broken. A notion that further backs this research is by studying people who have failed to commit suicide and who are still alive today to help us understand what they go through and what they were feeling when they attempted it. But by no means is this effect of loneliness always this drastic. It's not always that bad. According to the same article, lonely people had higher levels of stress in their lives, and they were less likely to have other individuals who they could ask for assistance or that they could just release all their knowledge to. We as college students, I'm sure you know, have dealt with a lot of stress. You know how it affects us and how it prevents our daily lives from running smoothly. Stress leads to insufficient sleep, and insufficient sleep leads to lack of bodily function, and so on and so on. There's small negatives that keep building on each other and tearing us down. But smiles, on the other hand, are just the opposite. Smiles are little small positives that constantly build on each other to help improve our lives. Smiling has been shown to give confidence, reduce stress, improve productivity, and make you feel warm and cared for. And overall, just make you feel better. Smiling is great. An article from the Association of Psychological Science reported the results of a research on people who had just lost a loved one. They had a nice conversation, and the people who smiled and interacted more during those conversations turned out to be able to recover faster than those who did not. The real beauty of a smile, however, is how simple it is. It takes little to no effort to smile at somebody. This small act is almost guaranteed to make the other person feel better, and it will even improve your own mood as well. You may even get a smile back, and with such, the ripple effect begins. There was a study done by a graduate from Yale University that exposed people in groups to positive emotions. It was a work-based study. He examined how they interacted with each other and how that worked out. The results were great. The positive emotions spread throughout the entire group and improved their coordination, it improved their productivity, and it decreased overall conflict. Similar to how social norms are created by other people's influence, the study proved that people are, and I quote, walking mood indicators, and that there are benefits from sharing positive emotions. So that smile you just gave is going to do wonders for the lucky receiver and the people that he surrounds himself with. Back as a freshman, when I was just got here, we had to take the Engineering 1101 Excel practical, and that was the first exam-like thing that I ever flunked, and it would not feel good. But I remember as I was leaving the room, like just full of like rage at myself for failed to completely just destroyed it. There was a girl sitting right outside the door, like she was waiting to go in, and she had a bunch of papers, and I think she might have been like an assistant, but I don't really remember that part. What I do remember is that she smiled at me as I walked by, and instead of walking home being depressed about my failures, I remember just thinking and remembering the feeling of how much that one single smile lifted my mood, and it was a great feeling. I guess what I'm trying to say is the dangers of loneliness is very real. It's a normal emotional reaction that exists in every single one of us, but it can just turn into something much, much greater than that. Thankfully, our world is full of happy people who are having good days. But this talk is to remember the few people who aren't having a good day. So next time you interact with somebody, why not help a fellow comrade and simply share a smile? That way, we can all live happily together. Thank you.